Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured, piteous overthrows doth with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end not could remove, is now the 2 hours' traffic of our stage. The which, if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Gregory, oh my word, will not carry coals.
No, but then we should be colliers.
and we being collar will draw.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out of collar.
I strike quickly, being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montague moves me.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore thou art moved, thou runnest away.
A dog of the house shall move me to stand. I will take the wall, any man of made of Montague.
Ha! That shows thee a weak slave, for the weakest goes to the wall.
It's true. And therefore women, being the weaker vessels, are ever thrust to the wall. Therefore I will push Montague's men from the wall and thrust his mates to the wall.
The quarrel is between our masters and us their men.
'Tis all one. I will show myself a tyrant when I fought with the men. I will be civil with the maids. I will cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids?
Aye, the heads of the maids, or their maiden heads. Taken it what then thou wilt.
They must take it and sense that feeling.
Me they shall feel when I am able to stand, and to their name a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis well thou art not fish. If thou hadst been poor John. Draw thy tool. Here comes two of the house of Montague.
My naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I will back thee.
How? Turn I back and run?
Fear me not.
No, marry, I fear thee.
Let us take the law of our side. Let it begin.
I will frown as I pass by and let them take it as they list.
Never they dare. I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side if I say aye?
No.
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir? Quarrel, sir? No,
But
sir.
if you do, sir, I am for you. I serve a good as man, and you.
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better. Here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Do it again! Cookie eliminate perfect news!
Point! Fools! Put up your swords! You know not what you do! What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn me, Benvolio. Look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword, or manage to part these men with me.
What? Drawn and talk of peace?
I hate the word.
As I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward! Clubs, bills, and partisans! Strike! Beat them down!
Down with the Montagues! Down with the Capulets! Down with the Montagues! Down with the Capulets! Down with the Montagues! Down with the Capulets!
What noise is this? Give me my long sword! Oh! Crutch, a crutch! Why call you for a sword?
My sword, I say! Old Montague has come, and flourishes his blade in spite of me!
Thou villain, Capulet!
Thou shalt
Hold
not
me
stir
not!
one foot
Let
to
me
see
go!
this foe.
Rebellious subjects! Enemies to peace! Profaners of this neighbor-stained steel! Will they not hear? What ho!
You men, you beasts that quench the fire of your pernicious rage with purple fountains issuing from your veins on pain of torture. From those bloody heads, throw your mischievous weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls bred of an every word by thee, old Capulet, and Montague have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets and made Verona's ancient citizens cast by their grave-receiving ornaments to wield on partisans and hands as old, cankered with peace to poct your cankered hate. If you ever disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest are brought away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me, and Montague come you this afternoon. To know our farther pleasure in this case, to old Freetown, our common judgment place. Once more on pain of death, all men depart! Who sent this ancient quarrel to approach? Speak, nephew. Were you by when it began?
Here were the servants of your adversary, in yours close fighting, ere I did approach. I drew to part them. In the instant came the fiery Tybalt with his sword prepared, which as he breathed defiance to my ears, he swung about his head and cut the winds, who nothing hurt withal, hissed him in scorn. While we were interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more, and fought on part and part, till the prince came, who parted either part.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worship sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad, where underneath the grove of a sycamore, that westward rooteth from this city side, so early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was wearing me, and stole into the covert of the wood. I, measuring his affections by my own, which then most sought where most might not be found. being one too many by my weary self, pursued my humor, not pursuing his, and gladly shunned who gladly fled from me. Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning's dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs, but also soon as the all-cheering sun should in the farthest east begin to draw the shady curtains from Aurora's bed. Away from light steals home by heavy sun, and private in his chamber pens himself, shuts up his windows, locks fair daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and portentous must this humor prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of him.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both! By myself and many other friends, but he, his own affection's counselor, is to himself. I will not say how true, but to himself so secret and so close, so far from sounding on discovery, as is the bud bit with an envious worm. Here he can spread his sweet leaves to the air, or dedicate his beauty to the sun. Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would as willingly give cure as no. See where he comes, so please you step aside. I'll know his grievance, I'll much be denied. I would thou wert so happy by thy stay, dear true shrift. Come, madam, let's away. Tomorrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But news struck 9.
I mean, sad hours seem long. Was that my father that would hit so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of the days of Mariah beloved!
Alas, that love so gentle in his view should be so tyrannous and rough and prude.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still, should without eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we die? Oh me, what fray was here? Now tell me not, for I have heard it all. It's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why the no brawling love? A loving hate? Oh, anything of nothing first create. Oh, heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming forms, feather of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health. Still waking sleep, that is not what it is, this love belie. That feel no lovingness, no sound not loud.
No, cuz, I'd rather weep.
Good heart at what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why, such is love's transgression. Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate to have oppressed with more of thine.
Huh? This love that thou hast shown doth add more grief to too much of mine own. Love is a smoke made with the fume of sighs, being burst a fire sparkling in lover's eyes. Being vexed, his sea nourished with lover's tears, what is it else? A madness most discreet, a choking gall, and a preserving sweet. Farewell, my cuz.
Soft, I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
I have lost myself! I am not here! This is not Romeo, he's some other way!
Who is it that you love?
What shall I groan and tell thee?
Why no, but sadly tell me who!
Let a sick man in sadness make his will. Ah, a word alleged to one who is so ill. In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I am so near when I suppose you love.
A right good markman, and she's fair, I love.
A right fair mark, fair cuz, as soon as hit.
Well, in that hit you miss, she'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Dian's wit, and in strong proof of chastity, well armed from love's weak childish bow, she lives unharmed. She will not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes, nor overlap to saint-seducing gold. Oh, she is rich in beauty, only poor that when she dies with beauty dies her store.
And she hath sworn that she will still live in chase.
She hath, and in that sparing makes huge waste. For beauty starved with her severity cuts beauty off from all posterity. She is too fair, too wise, wisely too fair, to merit bliss by making me despair. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead that live to tell it now.
By me, forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
'Tis the way to call hers exquisite and question more. These happy mouths that kiss fair ladies' brows being black puts us in mind they hide the fair. He that is struck and blind cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost.
Show me a mistress that is passing fair.
What doth her beauty serve but as a note where I may read you that passing fair?
Farewell.
thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt. But Montague is bound as well as I, in penalty alike. It is not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace. Of honourable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you lived at odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit? But saying o'er what I have said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. She hath not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her ripe to be a bride. Younger than she, our happy mother's and too soon marred are those so early made. Earth hath swallowed all my hopes, but she is the hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her to Paris, get a heart. My will to her consent is but a want, and she agree within her scope of choice lies my consented fair recording voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest, such as I love, and you among the store. One more, most welcome makes my number more. And my poor house look to behold this night, earth-treading stars that make dark heaven light. Such comfort as do lusty young men feel, when well-apparelled April on the hill of limping with her treads. Even such delight among fresh fennel buds shall you this night inherit at my house. Here all I'll see, and like our most whose merit most shall be, which on more view of many, one being one, may stand in number though in reckoning none. Come, go with me. Go, Sarah, trudge about through fair Verona, find those persons out whose names are written here, and to them say my house and welcome on their pleasures.
About whose names are written here. It is written that the shoemaker should meddle with his yard, and the tailor with his last, the fisher with his pencil, and the painter with his nets. But I am sent to find those persons whose names are here written. Can never find what names the writing person hath here writ. I must learn. It's time.
One fire burns out another's burning. One pain is lessened by another's anguish. Turn giddy and behold by backward turning. One desperate grief cures another's languish. Take thou some new infection to thy eye, and the rank poison of the old will die.
Your plaintain leaf is excellent for that.
For what I pray thee?
For your broken shit.
Romeo, art thou mad?
Not bad.
But pound more than a bad man is. Shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented and
Good in, I pray, sir. Can you read?
Aye, mine own fortune and my misery.
Perhaps you have learned it without book, but I pray, can you read anything you see?
Aye, if I know the letters of the language.
Say honestly.
Stay, fellow, I can read.
Senor Martino and his wife and daughters, County and Talbot and his beauteous sister, the lady with Overtruvio, Senor Placencio and his lovely nieces, Mercutio and his brother Valentine, my uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosaline and Livia, Senor Valencio and his cousin Don Lucio and the lively Helena, a fair assembly. Whither should they come? Up.
Whither to supper?
To our house.
Whose house?
My master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Now I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet. And if you be not of the house of Montagues, I pray come and crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At this same ancient feast of Capulet sups the fair Rosaline whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye compare her face with some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow. When the devout religion of mine eyes maintains such falsehood, then turn tears to fire, and knees who often drowned can never die. Transparent heretics be burnt for liars. One fairer than my love? The all-seeing sun ne'er saw her match since first the world begun. You saw her fair, none else being by, herself poised with herself in either eye. But in that crystal scales let there be weighed your lady's love against some other maid, that I will show you shining at this feast, and she shall scant show well that now seems best. I'll go alone, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of my own. Nurse, where's my daughter? Call her forth to me. Never my maid and her 12-year-old. I made her come. What lamb? What ladybird? God forbid word to this girl. What? Juliet! How now? Who calls? Your mother. Madam, I am here. What is your will?
This is the matter.
Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me, thou hearest our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her 8 to do an
She's
hour.
not 14.
I'll lay 14 of my teeth, and yet of my teen be it spoken. I am but 4. She's not 14. How long is it out till homicide?
Fortnight and odd
Even
days.
an odd. Of all the days in the year, come Lammas Eve at night, she shall be 14. Susan and she God, the rest all Christian souls were of an age. Well, Susan is with God, she was too good for me. But as I said, on Lammas Eve at night, she shall be 14. That shall she marry, I remember it well. 'Tis since the earthquake, now 11 years, and she was weaned, I never shall forget it. Of all the days of the year, upon that day, for I had been laid wormwood to my dog, sitting in the sun under the dove-house wall, my lord, and you were there a man to all. Nay, I do bear the brain. But as I said, when it did taste the wormwood on the nipple of my dog, and it felt better pretty fool to see it touchy and fall out with the dog. Shake, quoth the dove-house, 'twas no need, I trow, to bid me trudge, and since that time it is 11 years for that she could stand high load. Nay, my throat. She could have run and waddled all about, but even the day before she broke her brow, and then my husband, God be with his soul, I was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward when thou hast more wit. Will thou not, Jewel? And by my holodam, the pretty witch left crying and said, Aye, to see now how a jest shall come about, I warrant, and I should live 1,000 years. I never should forget it. Put on a jewel, quoth he, and pretty fool, it stinted and said I.
Enough of this. I pray thee hold thy peace.
Yes, madam, yet I cannot choose but laugh to think it should leave crying and say aye. And yet I warrant it had upon her brow a pompous biggest young cockerel stone. A bear this knock, and it cried bitterly. Yea, quoth my husband, false upon thy face. Thou wilt fall backward when thou comest to age. What on that jewel? It scented and said I.
Stint thou too, I pray thee, nurse, say I.
Peace I have done. God mark thee to his grace. Thou wast the prettiest babe that I e'er nursed. And I might live to see thee married once, I have my wish.
Marry, that marry is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
An honor? Were that I thine only nurse, I would say thou hast sucked wisdom from thy teeth.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you, here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus then in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady! Lady, such a man has all the world! Why, he's a man of wax!
Verona summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower, in faith, a very flower!
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris' face, and find delight writ there with beauty's pen. Examine every married lineament, and see how one another leads content. And what obscured in this fair volume lies, find written in the margin of his eyes. This precious book of love, this unbound lover, to beautify him only lacks a cover. The fish lives in the sea, and 'tis much pride, for fair without the fair within to hide. That book in many eyes doth share the glory, that in gold clasps locks in the golden story. So shall you share all that he doth possess, by having him, making yourself no less.
No less, nay bigger! Women grow by men!
Speak briefly, can you like of Paris' love?
I'll look to like, if looking like ye move, but no more will I endart mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come. Supper served up, you called, my young lady asked for. The nurse cursed in the pantry and everything in extremity. I must hence to wait. I beseech you follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go gird! Seek happy nights, the happy days!
What? Shall this speech be spoke for our excuse? Or shall we on without apology?
The date is out of such prolixity. We'll have no Cupid hoodwinked with a scarf, bearing a Tartar's painted bow of lath, scaring the ladies like a crow keeper, nor without book prologue faintly spoke after the prompter for our entrance. But let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure and be gone.
Give me a torch! I am not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light. Nay, gentle Romeo, for we must have you bound. Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his life at his end, so bound I cannot bound and pitch above dull woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it should you burden love, too great a pressure for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking and you beat love down. Give me a case to put my massage in, a visor for a visor. What care I, what curious eye doth quote deformities. Here all the beetle brows shall blush for me. Come knocking into end, no sooner in, but every man betake him to his legs.
A torch for me, let wantons light of art tickle the senseless rushes with their heels. For I am proverb with the grandsire phrase, I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game was ne'er so fair and I am done.
Done's the mouse, the constable's own word. If thou art done, we'll draw thee from the mire of this Sir Reverence love, wherein thou stickest up to the ears. Come, we burn daylight up.
Hey, that's not so.
I mean, sir, in delay. We waste our lights in vain like lamps by day. Take our good meaning, for our judgment sits 5 times in that year, once in our 5 years. And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no whit to go.
Why,
may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
So did I.
Well, what was yours?
That dream is often lie.
In bed asleep while I do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab had been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone. On the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies. Over men's noses as they lie asleep. A wagon smoke's made of long spinner's legs. The cover of the wings of grasshoppers. Her traces of the smallest spider web. Her colors of the moonshine's white and real. Her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film. Her wagon, a small grey coach, and not half so big as a lamb is a web. Prick from the lazy finger of a maid. A chariot is an empty hazelnut made by the joiner's squirrel. Old grub. Time at a mile, the fairies coach makers, and in the state she gallops night by night. Through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. Or courtiers' knees that dream on curtsy straight, or lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees, or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream. Which off the angry mad with blisters plagues, because their breaths with meat stated are. Sometimes she gallops o'er courtier's nose, then dreams he of spelling out a suit. Sometimes comes she with a tired pig stare, tickling a parson's nose as he lies asleep, then dreams he of another benefit. Sometimes he driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and in dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breaches, ambuscados, Spanish blades of hell 5 fathoms deep, and then anon drums in his ear when she starts and wakes, and being thus fried his words a prayer or two and sleeps again. This is that very man that plays the manes of horses in the night and bakes the elf flocks and foul sluttish hairs, which once untangled much misfortune bode. This is the hag, when maids lie on their backs, that presses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she!
Peace, Mercutio, peace! Thou talks of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin of substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind, who woos even now the frozen bosom of the north, and being angered puffs away from thence, turning his side to the dew-dropping south. This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars. Shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised head life closed in my breast by some foul forfeits of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course direct my sail. Our lusty gentlemen! Strike drum! Where's pot pan that he helped not to take away? He shifted to he scraper when good manners shall lie all in 1 or 2 men's hands, and they unwashed too, 'tis a foul thing. Away with the joint stool, remove the quart cupboard, let in a plate. Good thou, save me a piece of marchpane, and as thou loves me, let the porter let it to the grindstone and L. Anthony and
Aye,
Pompey,
boy, ready.
you are looked for and called for, asked for and sought for in the great chamber.
We cannot be here and there too. Cheerly boys, be brisk a while, and the longer live it take all.
Welcome, gentlemen! Ladies that have their toes on blade with corns will walk about with you. Aha, my mistresses! Which of you all went out tonight to dance?
She that makes dainty shall swear have thorns. If I come near you now, welcome, gentlemen. I have seen the day that I have worn a visor, and could tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ear, such as would please. 'Tis gone, 'tis gone, 'tis gone. You are welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play! Give room! Edge-footed girls, more like two knaves, and turn the tables up, but quench the fire that always grown too hot. Ah, sirrah! This unlooked-for sport comes well. Nay, sit, good cousin Capulet, for you and I are past our dancing days. How long is now since last yourself and I were in a mask?
By a lady 30 years.
What, man? 'Tis not so much, 'tis not so much. 'Tis since the new patrol of Lucentio. Come Pentecost as quickly as it will. Some 25 years and then we are.
'Tis more. His son is elder, sir. His son is 30.
Will you tell me that? His son was...
What lady's that which doth in which the hand of yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
She don't teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night as a rich jewel in an Ethiopian beauty too rich for use for earth to dear. So shows a snowy dove trooping with crows as yonder lady or her fellow shows. The measure done, I watch her place of stand, and touching her has made blessed my rude hand. To my heart love till now, the sweat inside, bright as all true beauty till this night.
This, by his voice, should be a Montague. Fish me my rapier, boy! What dares the slave come hither covered with an antique face, to flee and scorn at our solemnity? Now by the stock in honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Why? How now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
This is a Montague, our foe. The villain that is hither come in spite, to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
That villain Romeo.
Content the gentle cause, let him alone. A bears him like a portly gentleman, and to say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not for the wealth of all this town here in my house do him disparagement. Therefore be patient, take no note of him. It is my will the which of thou respect show a fair presence and put off these frowns, an ill-beseeming semblance for a feast.
Since when such a villain is a guest, I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured! What good man, boy? I say he shall. Go to! Am I the master here or you? Go to! You'll not enjoy him! God shall mend my soul! You'll make him to be among my guests! You'll send a cock a hoop, you'll be the man!
My uncle, it's a shame!
Go to! Go to! You are a saucy boy, you so indeed! This trick may chance to scathe you. I know what! You must contrary me! Marriage is done! Well said, my heart! You are brincocks! Go! Be quiet, or more light! For shame! I'll make you quiet! What?
Patience
Chilly
with force
more!
with will for color meeting makes my flesh tremble in their different greeting. I will withdraw, but this intrusion shall now seeming sweet convert to bitterest gall.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this: my lips to blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss. Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much, which manly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss. Have no saints' lips and holy palmers too. Pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer. Oh then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray. Grant thou, lest fate turn to despair. Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake. And move not while my prayer's effect I take. Thus from my lips by thine, my sin is purged. Then have my lips the sin that they have took? Sin from my lips? Oh, trespass sweetly urged, give me my sin again. You kissed by the book. Madam, your mother claims a word with you. What is her mother? Mary Bachelor! Her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady and a wise and virtuous. I nursed her daughter that you talked withal. I tell you, he that can lay a hold of her shall have the chink shield, Capulet.
Oh dear count, my life is my
Away,
focus.
be gone! The sport is at the best!
Aye, so I fear, the more is my unrest.
Nay, gentlemen! Prepare not to be gone, we have a trifling foolish banquet taught! Isn't it so? Why then, I thank you all as gentlemen. Good night, no torches here, come on then, let's to bed. Asera, by my fated wax is laid down to my rest.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman?
The son and heir of Altiverio.
What's he that now is going out of dawn?
Marry that! I think the young Patrocchio.
What's he that follows there that would not dance?
I know not.
Go ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed. His name is Romeo and Montague, the only son of your great enemy. My only love, sprung from my only hate, too early seen unknown and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me that I must love and loathe that enemy. What's this? What this? A rhyme I learned even now of what I dance withal. Juliet! Anon, anon, come, let's away. The strangers are all gone.